Welcome back to Fluent English Plus. In our previous video, we explored how to introduce yourself in English. Today, we're taking it a step further, walking through a complete job interview for a marketing assistant position. But instead of just jumping into questions, we'll follow a story from the night before the interview to the final handshake. This will not only teach you what to say, but also how it feels. Let's begin. The night before the interview. It was 11:45 p.m. and I was still awake. I kept going over the company's website, reviewing my resume, and practicing answers in front of the mirror. What if they ask something I don't know? What if I freeze? I turned off the light, but my mind wouldn't stop. I knew this interview could be the beginning of my marketing career. Sleep came slowly. I woke up at 6:30 a.m. tired, but excited. I told myself, "You've prepared. You've done the work." I took a cold shower, played some upbeat music to get in the zone, and did a short meditation to calm my nerves. Then I ironed my shirt, checked my portfolio one last time, and left with enough time to arrive early. As I walked into the building, I rehearsed my opening line again. "Hi, my name is Lucas." I arrived 20 minutes early. The receptionist smiled and asked me to take a seat. There were two others waiting. One of them looked really confident. I felt nervous again, but I took deep breaths. I reminded myself, no one knows your story better than you. Then I heard my name. It was time.
Welcome, Lucas. Thanks for coming in today. Let's start off with a simple question. Can you tell me about yourself?
Sure, my name is Lucas, and I recently graduated from ABC University with a major in marketing. During university, I interned at a digital agency where I helped run social media campaigns and conducted market research. I'm passionate about communication and love using creativity to solve problems. I'm now looking to start my career in digital marketing.
What attracted you to our company?
I've been following your campaigns for a while, especially the recent rebranding project you did for Green Life. I admire how you combine storytelling with strong data analysis. I want to learn from a team that values both strategy and creativity.
How do you handle tight deadlines or pressure?
During my internship, we often had last-minute client edits before launch. I stayed calm, communicated clearly with my team, and always made sure to double-check the details. I think being organized is key under pressure.
Can you tell me about a time you worked in a team?
Sure, in university, I led a group project where we created a marketing plan for a local coffee shop. I coordinated roles, set up timelines, and kept the team motivated. We ended up presenting our plan to the actual business owner who implemented parts of it.
What tools or platforms are you comfortable using?
I've worked with Canva, Google Analytics, and a bit of Meta Ads Manager during my internship. I'm also quick to learn. I recently taught myself how to use Notion to organize my job search.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I'd love to grow into a content strategist role, working closely with clients and creative teams. But right now, I'm focused on learning as much as I can and contributing meaningfully.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I'm curious. What does a typical day look like for a marketing assistant on your team? And how do you support junior staff in developing their skills?
Great questions. We believe in mentorship and hands-on learning. You'll work closely with both the account and creative teams. There's also a monthly skills workshop.
That sounds amazing. Thank you for sharing. This part of the interview focused on personality, teamwork, and culture fit, all very important for entry-level roles. I stayed honest, confident, and curious.
Let's do a quick scenario. Imagine we're launching a campaign for a new eco-friendly beverage brand targeting Gen Z. What's the first step you would take?
I would start by researching the target audience deeply, understanding their values, preferred platforms, and lifestyle. Then I'd brainstorm creative messaging that feels authentic and engaging. I'd also analyze competitors and identify opportunities to differentiate our brand.
What would your content strategy look like?
For Gen Z, I'd focus on short-form video content, maybe behind the scenes, influencer partnerships, and user-generated content on TikTok and Instagram. I'd track engagement closely and be ready to tweak the strategy.
Suppose we had a campaign with low performance. What steps would you take to evaluate and improve it?
I'd first look at the analytics. Are we getting impressions but not clicks? Are people dropping off at a certain point in the video? Then I'd look into A/B testing new creative elements, changing headlines or visuals, and making sure the message aligns with audience interests.
How do you receive feedback?
I welcome feedback. I see it as a chance to grow. In my internship, I had a mentor who gave me detailed suggestions after every assignment, and I improved a lot from that.
What motivates you?
Solving problems creatively, seeing a campaign come to life, and knowing my work has impact. Also, collaborating with people who bring different perspectives.
How would your friends or professors describe you?
Probably as someone optimistic, hardworking, and supportive. I like helping others, and I believe good energy spreads in a team. After the interview, I stepped out of the building and took a deep breath. I didn't know if I'd get the job, but I felt proud. I showed up. I did my best. This wasn't just about getting a job. It was about learning how to speak confidently in a language I've worked hard to master. 3 days later, I was checking my email, and there it was. Subject, interview follow-up. My hands trembled a bit as I clicked. I read it once, then again. Dear Lucas, thank you for taking the time to interview with us. We were impressed by your enthusiasm and potential. We're excited to offer you the position of marketing assistant at our company. I smiled so hard. All that effort, preparation, and even the sleepless night, it was worth it. I immediately called my parents. I couldn't stop smiling all day. And you can do it too. Thanks for joining me on this journey. For the marketing assistant position, there may be a few more questions as follows. How do you prioritize tasks when managing multiple projects? Describe a time you failed. What did you learn? What's the most important marketing metric to you and why? If you were a brand, how would you market yourself? Etc. There can be countless questions depending on what the employer is looking for. Feel free to use the examples above and add some from real-life situations to help you prepare well for the interview. Let us know in the comments what interview scenario you want next. Tech, education, hospitality, Fluent English Plus has got you covered. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.